Quick reminder, I'll be live tonight like I am Monday through Friday, 5:30 Eastern, both on Rumble, which is where I hope you watch me, as well as my other live streaming channels, which will be linked in the description below. Please do give it a follow, and I'll see you at 5:30 time Eastern, where we'll discuss this and everything else. Let's get into it. What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Coordinating. This morning, Steven Crowder has responded to some wild claims made by a former employee, Jared Monroe, also maybe you may know him by other names, who left the company in 2018. The whole thing seemed particularly weird to be surfacing now. There are several main points of contention. Again, I will say up front, I am, friendly with Steven Crowder. He has never wronged me. In fact, he gave my coffee company a shout out when we were just getting started out. I'm thankful for that. But that doesn't mean I can't criticize and that I won't criticize things that he does that I would do publicly and or privately. I just, like to share that, my biases up front. I don't have anything against Jared Monroe. I don't have anything against his ex-wife. And that leads me to first start out. I think that this is two separate issues. One is their divorce. Now, it turns out that the Jared Monroe thing turns out is also because of the divorce, based on new text messages shared today by the team over at Crowder. Essentially, there were a lot of people upset yesterday that Steven Crowder had Jared Monroe sign not only an NDA, but a non-disparagement clause. The length of these agreements people have an issue with, and I think I understand why people don't like it. My response to that yesterday was that these are very common in the workplace, and they are. That doesn't make them okay. That doesn't make them non-predatory. But what we do know is that Jared Monroe willingly signed these documents, and then willingly violated them multiple times by inserting himself weirdly into the Steven Crowder divorce. That's what all this is about. Jared Monroe conspired with Crowder's ex-wife and her family to smear him in the media, push him to his breaking point. And unless Jared Monroe releases some level of additional evidence here, I think ultimately, end of the day, Steven Crowder is going to be rich and stay rich. Steven Crowder's ex-wife is going to be rich. And Jared Monroe is going to be flapping in the wind because I have no idea why he inserted himself into this. I can't even speculate. I don't even want to speculate. I don't understand any of it. But I will say this. The NDA, the non-disparagement clause stuff, I understand why people think that that's weird. It's not weird to me because I've signed many of them throughout my life. Usually, a non-compete comes with some level of severance pay, which apparently he didn't get. And also, there seems to be some level of personal vitriol attached to the level of litigation that Crowder's team is willing to do to Jared Monroe. Well, now we understand why. Is it that this dude is trying to meddle in his divorce? Okay? I don't know what else to tell you. I think there's going to be people mad in this video that I just don't immediately side with Jared or that I don't immediately side with Crowder. But based on the evidence that's available, this is a personal matter. Divorces get ugly, very ugly in this particular case. And I have no clue why an employee from 5 years ago would have inserted themselves into Steven Crowder's divorce proceedings. And that, to me, would explain exactly why perhaps Steven Crowder is so pissed off at him. So some of the documents here that they shared were that Hillary's... Oh, by the way, the team over at Crowder also indicated today that they are not suing Jared Monroe. Now, Jared Monroe did not specifically say he's getting sued. He said he wants to build a war chest to fight what he views is an unfair NDA or unfair non-compete. And I think that that's fine. Just so we're clear, If Jared wants to raise money to fight the NDA that he willingly signed, if he thinks it's overarching or whatever, that's cool. To me, like, let the guy go get a job. Okay? Let the guy go get a job. It looks petty. I understand why he's being petty, but it still looks petty. That said, 2 days ago, Jared Monroe announced he's starting a podcast, and now he releases this. I mean, I don't know. What I'm mostly interested in is what was actually released. Per Hillary's father, in Hillary's group text thread, here's a message liked by Hillary. The extortion scheme involved assembling a team to, quote, destabilize Stephen. Here's a message back sent in 2022. They understand right-wing media. They are familiar with who Stephen is in that world and things that would destabilize him. They're trying to make him have a mental breakdown. They write, fully understand and agree Hillary's goals and expectations for the outcome of this divorce are reasonable and attainable. Again, I don't care. I don't have any word to say about their divorce. That's for their divorce attorneys to work out. Crowder seems to indicate that he's made very fair offers. Hillary seems to think it's not fair. I don't care about that. Okay? Divorces are messy, and I don't care. Like, they'll figure it out. Now, but not necessarily according to Texas family law. Oh, I'm sorry. Fully understand and agree that Hillary's goals and expectations for the outcome of this divorce are reasonable and attainable. Not necessarily according to Texas law precedent, but by employing a media/Brian Friedman. By the way, Brian Friedman is the guy that defended the woman who knowingly lied about that MLB player and ruined his career. That's who that is. Okay? So just saying. That woman that lied about the Major League Baseball pitcher doing terrible things to her and ruined his career, that's her lawyer. Okay? But by employing a media/Brian Friedman and PR strategy that will significantly threaten this public persona and brand, they're trying to extort him. So no wonder he's pissed. Again, Steven Crowder is not a perfect man. The argument with his wife doesn't look good. But guess what? Hillary Crowder deleted all other security footage, over 2,000 hours worth, including critical footage from the video clip that she released of the argument. What's in those 18 seconds leading up to it? We don't know, because Hillary Crowder deleted that before leaking it to the media. On February 17th, 2023, Hillary and Jared Monroe met in Atlanta to discuss their strategy and took this picture. I have tickets for the aquarium at 2 p.m. We'll pick you up, blah, blah, blah. And they have a book called How He Changed My Mind. So she's writing a book. She's 100%. She can write that book. She can make money. I don't care. Again, I don't really give a damn about their stupid divorce. And, because I know they get messy. Now, here's one that's weird. On February 20th, 2023, per Jared Monroe's text, and this is what Jared writes, any scenario where Hillary and I team up is the end of him. It's his worst nightmare. Watch real fear enter his eyes when Tim asks the question. I don't know who Tim is. Are they referring to Tim Pool there? Maybe. I don't know. Why the hell is this dude inserting himself in another man's divorce 5 years and 2 months after he quit the show? It's very odd to me. It's very odd to me. And I think I would understand why Steven Crowder would be pissed at him, but it's because he's conspiring with his ex-wife to smear him in the public eye. February 21st, 2023. Jared to Hillary, quote, I think there's a scenario where several of us would be willing to attest to all of that. I just don't want him anywhere near those kids. That really disturbs me. Now, they don't say what they're attesting to or whatever, but again, why is Jared Monroe, a man who is not a part of their marriage or a father to their children, inserting himself into that relationship? Now, this is where it gets really diabolical. By the way, she also tried to get his dog taken away. The whole scheme was to maximize profits that she couldn't get through the courts. So you hear this picture. The financial offer was serious, and the business valuator and both of my attorneys agreed that the financial offer was good. So Hillary's saying, hey, Steven Crowder offered me enough money. How much? $5 million. Steven Crowder is also paying Hillary Crowder $25,000 a month in spousal support during this, and is also paying for 100% of the legal fees. So people are saying, well, she's getting $25,000 a month, but she has to pay lawyers. Wrong. Steven Crowder has to pay for the lawyers because it's coming out of the estate. This is public record, by the way. Then writes, but when it came to the children, his offer was I get all of June, some of July, 2 weeks in August, blah, blah, blah. So she doesn't like the custody agreement. Again, I don't care. She says, I want more freedom than that. So she said, basically, I'm good with the money, but I want more time with my kids. That's divorce stuff. I don't care. Per Hillary's father to Hillary and other family in a group text, quote, the longer the divorce proceedings go, the worse the outcome will be for Steven Crowder. Remember the ring footage? Hillary deleted all other footage from that house and the Lake residence, which was expressly barred by the court. You may have seen those public claims about Hillary's hardships, seeking opportunities. I really need a job with remote flexibility. I need money. Well, it turns out that Steven Crowder is paying her $25,000 a month while they sort their divorce. $25,000 a month. That's $300K a year to do nothing. Okay. Now, maybe she's do that. Divorce, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. She was a mother to his kids. She should get something. That's fine. Hillary hired entertainment superstar Brian Friedman as part of her PR attack against Steven. Friedman represented Trevor Bauer's false accuser. And Friedman represented the same journalist, coincidentally, who leaked the ring video. You can see how all this is tied together, right? Hillary tried to have Joe Lewis, his dog, removed by falsely claiming that Joe was dangerous. Hillary sent then a private and unlisted residential address to Jared Monroe. Shortly after Jared received Steven's personal address, Steven received this threatening message. So the allegation here is that his wife gave Jared Monroe the address, and Jared Monroe sent this. And it looks like it's written on a sweet potato. What? I don't get that. It says, watch it, effing watch it. Poke holes, wrap in paper. Well, I don't really understand. I don't really know. I don't really understand that. I don't think, the implication is, of course, I guess he also said in the video that Jared Monroe lives like a few miles away from where this was sent from. Now, of course, a lot of people who were very critical of Steven yesterday, Tim Pool writes, Crowder has to pay $25,000 a month in child support that his ex-wife uses to pay lawyers to go after him. He has to fund his own destruction. How messed up is divorce court? Well, to be honest with you, again, he pays that plus he pays. Right? Lauren Southern says he's launched extraordinarily litigious lawsuits against her and her family that she cannot afford because she quit her job to be a stay-at-home mom. He also then went for full custody of the kids, but thankfully she was awarded some funds, $25,000 a month, to prevent herself from becoming homeless. We could live pretty nice on 25 G's a month. If you understood how much she's spending on lawyers, you know she's spending every cent of that defending herself. That's not true. She's not paying for that. That's coming out of the trust. I think that, again, what we have here is a messy divorce that for some reason that I don't know, that Jared Monroe inserted himself into. And I don't know why. I don't know if he has like some sort of crush or emotional attachment to Steven Crowder's ex-wife, or he has some sort of axe to grind against Steven Crowder. I don't think that Steven Crowder is a perfect man. I think that he's made mistakes. I fully believe that maybe people find his work environment toxic, but this is bad. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.